Good afternoon, everybody. This is Matador from freetradingvideos.com. It is still Wednesday, May 6th, and this is actually fairly funny, but Bank of America is touting the fact that they need $34 billion as good news since they were pledged, $45 billion in TARP funds. So that's, a good bit billions less than they thought they were going to need. But anyway, they're touting that as good news. Markets are definitely fluctuating on the better than expected jobs data, and you can see that this run up into resistance, at least technically, that we were mentioning this morning, has held. Not at all shocking. It's a pretty good sized run up, even pre-market. So if I remove this pre and post market data, you'll see a very nice gap fill, actually more than a gap fill by a little bit. That would be perfect right there. So you can see we had a pretty good size sell-off after this run up into resistance on the better than expected news at 8:15 this morning. Lower swing high, lower swing low. But then we were able to chew our way out of this, and we're testing this area again in the 9160 area. So I'm watching that very closely. Really good size fluctuation here in the broad markets. If you look at the trend, it spent most of the day below even 0.8, which is fantastic. I would need to see this drop. And if you notice what's happening here, it's a little bit backwards. We're seeing a nice double top in the broad markets, right? At least into this resistance again. But look at what the volume and behind that move is doing. It's actually not exactly corroborating the move up. Trend Q is even worse, so that's a higher trend reading than I would like to see if I believe the move back up in the S&P. And the VIX, which is the tiebreaker very often, again, is actually doing nicely. So I would need to see the VIX trail off here a little bit more. These both trend readings drop nicely, and I would then, and only then, would I ever put money to the long side of the market, unless I was in a relative strength stock. So just as before, kind of nice to show you guys that. Hopefully this is helping your work. I know it always helps mine, so proud of everybody. Thanks again for all your comments. Look forward to D7's video after the close, and we'll be talking at you. Talk to you soon.